You know how you find something precious through talking to another person? It's impossible when you do it to anything than a human being. Just saying. So today in a parenting coaching session, we talked with my client, a parent, a mother, about their communication with 8.5 years old daughter. And we came to this situation when a mother is feeling very nervous before her husband is going away for 10 days. And in their family, the situation is that a mother feels in a way that she needs help of her husband when situation with her children comes to be heated, something problematic. A mother feels she is not able to resolve a situation, and then she asks her husband to, hey, can you help me? And to the point that her children understand it, and at certain situations they say, maybe mom, maybe we can ask our father, our daddy, to help us all in this situation. So there's a dependency on a ultimate conflict resolver, and this role is on their father. And we talked about inner child, and I asked, it came like, I said, it's quite a strange question to my client. Do you feel like sometimes our inner child comes in this situation, triggered by the situation? In many cases, our inner child is expression of our needs, of our emotions, is suppressed in our childhood. Like our parents, our grandparents are not not comfortable, maybe not, they've never learned how to deal with emotions, so they learn how to suppress. Oh, don't cry, don't be angry, don't do that, don't be that. So that's how, like, learned parenting behavior. So they pass through from generation to another generation. So it's very often in childhood we were in that situation. So in our parenting, we are not equipped how to handle heavy emotional situations, and we even say negative or positive emotions. No, we just have emotions as guides, and how we use them that determines how you call them, right? uh, I don't believe there are negative and positive emotions. They are just energy emotions, that's it. They're all friendly. They all serve purpose. And in this case, I said, how about your inner child is triggered, and if it was you in your childhood was there was no space for expression your needs and emotions. Now, since you give space for emotions of your children, your inner child wants to be in this space, like, hey, I'm here, I want to be seen, I want to be heard. And your inner child wants a role in this situation. So you feel nervous, so you feel tear in your eyes, you want to cry right now. You cannot handle this situation without being vulnerable, without being emotional. And yet you're a parent, your responsibility is to hold a space for emotional expression of your children. How to be here? what to do, how handle these situations. And we came to conclusion, because it's not my advice. I would never came to this conclusion or suggestion or sharing my thoughts and feelings if not my clients, right? I'm learning so much from my clients or from situations of my clients. So we came to this kind of something to experiment with. Give your inner child a role, a space. How? Not to be a child now, not to take a role of your inner child, but create a space by a fairy tale, a story that you can tell to your children. Tell a story, tell a fairy tale to your real children, and give a role of your inner child in that story. Your inner child will be seen and heard, and you share your story, your emotions, your circumstances, your everything about your inner child in an appropriate for the age of your children way, in entertaining, in an interesting way, and you will externalize your inner child. You will externalize the needs to be seen, to be expressed emotionally for your inner child. And you will acknowledge the awareness about the needs. So this is a way of healing your inner child. I was like, wow, thank you, my dear client. This hypothesis and theory is not checked, and well, it's very individual. It might work for some, it will not work for other people, but I think it's worth of experimenting with. It's worth of applying and noticing what happens. I asked my client, like, please check if you want, and she was happy to apply and experiment. And I asked, please notice what happens when you do it. What happens with your heart, with your body, with your mind? What emerges there? How does it feel for you? How does it feel for your kids? What happens? It was so interesting. So I wanted to share with other people, with more larger audience. Maybe some other parents can benefit from that. Thank you, guys and girls, ladies.